Hey guys, welcome. Okay, so I thought that this one event was supposed to finish on the 4th, but it appears that I only have 1 day. 1 day left to finish this. I hope this isn't going to be a long one. So let's go to Wangshu Inn and see how this is supposed to be done. I hope it's not going to take too long because oh no. I thought this was going to finish on the 4th. Wow. Oh, actually, tomorrow is the. Yeah, I suppose so. Oh, I have to go down.
Howdy.
What? No, no. Oh, that was so close. What's going on? Why is it suddenly... Maybe I should close this one first. Let me just close something. And this one too.
Need to get something
Actually, it's just right because it's already what time, I guess.
Wangshu Inn now hiring. Urgently seeking one temporary chef willing to pay top Mora, salary negotiable. Look, traveler, an urgent hiring notice and they're paying top Mora too! Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that.
I didn't expect that this was be voiced over though. Strange, why would Wangshu Inn suddenly need a new chef?
You're right, it is strange. Do you think something happened to Yenshao? Cause that guy barely lets anyone ever set foot in his kitchen. Doesn't exactly seem like the type to hire help. The notice says interested parties should go upstairs and talk to the innkeeper Huayan. Should we go and see what's up?
You want to check up on Yan Xiao? You want to check on how much the job pays? Don't you want to check how much the job pays, don't you? You want to check up on Yan Xiao?
And we can ask about the pay while we're at it.
She's still mentioned it. Okay, let's go. Oh, oh, oh.
Boss, there's really no need for this. It's just a little burn, that's all. It won't get in the way of my work.
Oh, I see. So it's not that they need a new chef. It's just that Yan Xiao has injured himself, so he can't. So the owner decided to have a helper.
Perhaps not, but continuing to work will only hinder your recovery. You need to rest for a few days. We'll figure something out.
Huayan! Yenshao!
Oh? Traveler and Paimon! What brings you to this neck of the woods?
We saw your hiring notice downstairs.
And we decided to come check up on Yenshao.
I knew we shouldn't have posted that notice. It's really nothing to worry about. I'm fine. I swear.
It's so surprising that they did came from upstairs instead of from here. That is an amazing thing. Because I don't think there's any way from over here, right? To upstairs. Except for the waypoint. Anyways.
How kind of you. My thanks to you both. And thanks on Yanshao's behalf too. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, Yanshao. Just tell them what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Injuries does happen.
Well, basically, we had a lot of guests pouring in for the lantern ride. Things got busy, I started rushing, and I ended up accidentally burning my hand while plating a dish.
Well, accidents do happen in the kitchen, so that's something. That's something very normal. That doesn't sound like you. What do you mean that doesn't sound like you? Accidents do happen in the kitchen, you know.
Well, you know what they say. Play with fire long enough and you're bound to get burned. Even the best chefs slip up sometimes. Anyway, it's nothing, just a tiny burn. I can still...
Now. I don't want you pushing yourself. You'll only make it worse. And then you'll be looking at more than just a couple of days off to recover.
Yeah.
But the lantern right's only just finished. And we're still getting tons of guests. Now's not a good time for me to rest. Plus, lots of the guests are visiting from other nations. We can't just bring in some random chef off the street. We have a reputation to uphold. I refuse to let someone else ruin the good name we've made for ourselves here.
Oh, don't worry.
Listen to you. Anyone would think that you're the boss and not me. But he's not wrong. Yan Xiao was one of the favorites in the Masterful Chefs tournament. No matter how you look at it, his are big boots to fill.
I don't mean to boast, but any chef of my caliber probably has their own restaurant to look after. It's not going to be easy to find someone who's got the skills and has the time to help us out.
Looks like we might have to increase the pay we're offering even further.
Do we know anyone that's a good chef and has the time to help out?
Whoever could it be? Sometimes the answer you're looking for is right under your nose.
Oh, of course, you!
Was my
Oh,
fault.
right. Yes. Now I think about it, I do recall hearing good things about your cooking ability. I suppose I'd added you to my mental list of people who can hold their own in a combat situation, but forgot you can cook.
Why are you even keeping a mental list of people who can fight?
Because of Xiao, probably. Anyways, we do have to know how to cook after all. We keep on camping outside. Well, there is a Serenity teapot, but we still need to cook for ourselves. You know.
Maybe a story for another time. More importantly, I'm sure Yan Xiao would be comfortable leaving his kitchen in your hands, if anyone's. What do you think, Yan Xiao?
Well, since it's you, I suppose that's better than anyone else.
What do you think, Traveler? Should we do it?
You said something about increasing the pay. Never thought I'd see the day when Yan Xiao leaves his kitchen.
I should warn you that cooking for customers is quite a different ballgame from cooking for yourself. So
Yeah, that is
I'll
true.
stick around the kitchen over the next few days to help smooth things over.
Oh, so he's not leaving the kitchen after all?
Just for a few days.
I believe
We
there's some
do
spare
need-
kitchenware here at the inn. Boss, would you mind?
Of course. I'll take care of it.
After all, Yan Xiao can't completely just leave the kitchen to us. Supervise.
Hold on.
That would be-
Come, take a look.
This
This was made with
carpentry is
your measurements in
incredibly-
mind.
This carpentry is incredible. You've missed your true calling.
Ah, it's nothing. A little handicraft and elbow grease goes a long way. All right, Yan Xiao. I'll leave you to take it from here.
You really went to all the trouble of building a new stovetop? What was wrong with the original? Boy, you really hate when people touch your stuff, huh?
No, it's nothing like that. As boss always says, hire who you trust and trust who you hire. I just thought the original setup might be a little, tall for you.
Well, everyone looks short compared to you. I don't think it would be that big of a problem. Well, everyone looks short compared to you.
Anyway, as I was saying, cooking for guests is different from cooking for yourself.
Yeah.
Not only do you have to execute on taste, aroma, and appearance, but you also need to ensure speed, precision, and consistency. Having the right equipment is a big part of that. Ill-suited equipment doesn't just make the job more tiring, it also slows you down. And paying customers don't have unlimited patience. Sometimes cooking is all about being well prepared. That's how you ensure speed.
Okay, and what about precision and consistency?
Precision all comes down to using your eyes. Where to slice into a particular cut of meat, how much oil to use, how to tell when a dish is done cooking. When you cook
I
for
am very
yourself, you
bad
can
for
always
that.
add salt if it's too bland or add water if it's too salty. You can tweak the taste as you go, but in a restaurant, there's not that much room for trial and error.
Yeah, that is true. I'm not too worried about
Worst case
that.
scenario, Paimon can deal with any subpar dishes by making sure they get properly disposed of.
But we can't do that all the time, because we have limited ingredients.
The final thing you have to focus on is consistency. You have to be able to handle the most challenging orders with the same level of technique and skill as the easiest ones. This is particularly important when you have guests from all over, each with their own tastes and preferences.
This just sort of reminds me of the bartending that we've done at Deluxe bar. I wonder if it's going to be something like that.
You have to cater to their own dietary needs while also giving them the opportunity to enjoy our local delicacies.
This last point is making Paimon's head spin.
Don't worry. Matter of fact, someone as well-traveled as you may even have a better handle on it than me once you get started. And of course, I'll be around to help you over the next few days. I don't think we'll have any trouble making all our guests feel right at home.
All right, so but let's bring the short people in.
Conquering demons is what I do.
There's no time to lose, so let's get started. I imagine you probably have a good handle on the cooking side of things already. What you need to pay attention to is remembering each table's order. Try not to get them mixed up.
Oh,
Oh, Paimon's memory is like a steel trap. This is gonna be a cinch.
don't be too sure. At the end of the day,
Which ticket are we on again? Table 1 was onions, but no chilies. Table 2 was chilies, but no onions. And table 3 was, table 3 was chilies, but hold the chilies?
all the guests have already finished eating. Snap out of it, Paimon.
Was Paimon just sleep floating?
You've been talking nonsense since about halfway through the day.
We didn't even get a break in the middle. Paimon's brain has turned to mush. Is it always this busy here?
No, it's just like you said. It's after the lantern rite, and there are still a lot of people here. Probably they're traveling back to their own nations already.
No, but this is peak season.
Yeah, peak
You
season.
both did a mighty fine job for your first time serving guests at the inn. Luckily, all our customers were familiar faces this time around, so we didn't get any strange requests. Otherwise, today would have been even more challenging.
No strange request? Someone asked for almond tofu drizzled in soy sauce. Even Paimon has never tried that combination.
It's a wide world out there. People have all kinds of different tastes. Being able to cater to all is the real essence of Liyue cuisine. Also, the thing about requests is that they're usually very specific. So as long as you do what they asked, you're unlikely to have any issues. What's really tricky is when guests give you free rein to do anything you want.
Excuse me. Are you still open by any chance?
Paimon
Wait.
knows that voice. Let's go check it out.
Is that?
Oh, what should we do?
Oh, it is.
It doesn't look like anyone's here. If only we'd gotten here a bit sooner.
It's from an
It's all right.
It's surprising.
If we start building a
Linny
campfire now, we'll be eating before too long.
Linny and Lynette are here too. Linny, spectacle of phantasmagoria.
Right. Besides, if anyone's to blame, it's Linny. So busy being a greedy culture vulture that he lost track of time.
Lynette, elegance in the shadows.
Linny, Lynette, Fremine, it is you!
Paimon? So, is the Traveler here?
Greetings.
Traveler, Paimon! What a nice surprise!
Paimon was gonna say the same thing! We're just lending a helping hand at the inn.
You feel the three of them.
Anyway, so that's how we ended up here. But what about you guys? Don't tell us. Father sent you on another mission?
No, quite the opposite, actually. We're in Liyue on vacation, and while we're here, I thought a cultural tour might be in order.
I still don't know who this father
Father
is.
said we deserve some rest after everything that happened recently.
Father?
Otherwise, it could jeopardize our
Fremine
next
too?
mission.
It's not every day we
Oh.
get this kind of opportunity. Linny thought it might be fun to spend some time in Liyue, especially since it's Lantern Rite season.
Fremine is also part of Niznaya? I know that this too came from Niznaya. Well, supposed to be. Anyways, I am not that yet part in Fontaine. I am still stuck in the desert. I should really think of when I should be doing the Archon quest again.
We could hardly pass up the opportunity to watch a Liyue-style magic show. Although, I think they call it conjuring here.
No, please don't.
In our time here, we've seen conjuring tricks incorporated into a Liyue opera show, and even a wushu dance. It was amazing.
So, we decided to stay here for a few more days to see what other forms of inspiration this land might have in store for us.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. In the last Lantern Rite event, I may have mentioned dragon dance instead of the lion dance. Specifically because during the Chinese New Year, they do the dance. Not only the lion dance, but the lion dance and the dragon dance are apparently done together at the same time. The lion dance is a little bit different because it is done by many people, up to 4 people, I think. While the lion dance is particularly done by just one person or two, one or two people. So, yeah. So I might have just put the two together as a dragon dance back then. Anyways, moving on.
We visited Granny Roshin in Chingsa village not long ago, and today we continued our cultural tour in the area around here.
In the end, though, we lost track of time. We haven't even eaten anything yet.
How could you just forget?
And speaking of eating, as you know, seafood is a big part of both Liyue and Fontaine cuisine, but it's cooked very differently here. We simply had to try some local seafood after coming all this way. That's another reason why we decided to extend our trip.
Oh, need any recommendations? What have you tried so far?
That fish one with the misleading name. Sounds bland, but it's drowning in hot chilies.
Oh, you mean blackback perch soup? You're right, the name doesn't give much away.
It looked and smelled so appetizing that Lynette took a huge mouthful, blissfully unaware that she was about to set her mouth on fire. She could barely speak for the rest of the day after that.
Luckily, that wasn't a huge adjustment for her.
I suppose she got the shock of her life. That was different.
What? Aren't you guys hungry too?
Yeah,
Yes, a little.
it's probably all the chili.
Yes, I'm ready to eat. Traveler, I'm afraid we'll have to send you back to the kitchen now.
No problem. What would you like?
Good question. I doubt we'll be able to decipher the menu, so why don't you recommend something? You should be pretty familiar with our tastes.
Okay, I'll figure something out.
One more thing. Please, if you have a heart, don't make it spicy.
Okay, so can we...
I thought the blackback perch stew was actually pretty tasty.
And now that you know it's spicy, you won't be caught off guard, right? Why don't we give it another chance?
Once was more than enough.
Yeah, I suppose I am like Lynette who doesn't like spicy stuff. Well, I could eat spicy, but I need to have water at my side because I won't be able to take it.
Fontaine, huh? No wonder they can't handle too much spice. Still, if we make the food too bland, they might as well be eating back home.
What do you recommend?
There's this crab and shrimp stir-fry I know that could work. It's quite heavily seasoned, but it's a lot milder than it looks. It has a light but really satisfying flavor.
Crab and shrimp stir
Ooh, that
fry.
sounds perfect! What's it called?
Well, this is where it gets interesting. They call it the Palace Jewels. The crab roe is supposed to look like pearls of gold, and the shrimp meat like chunks of jade.
Well, that's a pretty enigmatic name. The Palace Jewels. I think this is the first time I've heard of it.
Here's the recipe. When you're ready, go ahead and give it a try.
It's probably a new one. In each challenge of receiver friends from afar, you must continuously prep, mix, and cook to make a dish that the guest wants. After you begin prepping, the indicator on the slider will move back and forth between each end. When the indicator points to the corresponding area, click on the button to mark one instance of success. After you begin mixing, hold the button to make the indicator bar move over the sliding ring. When the indicator bar points to the prompted area, release the button to mark one instant of success. After you begin cooking, the indicator and the slider will move back and forth between each end. When the indicator points to the corresponding area, click on the button to mark one instance of success. Okay, so it's only in the middle that is different, that we need to keep on holding until it reaches the gold. Okay. Once cooking is complete, you can plate and decorate the dish. 3 elements of dishes can be decorated: the tableware, accessories, and add-ons. Each element has several decorations to choose from. Oh, even the plating has something? Okay, so this will be my trial one. Serve them up. Snapdragon. Oh, this flower. Press at the right moment to prep. Oh, there's so many. Yo, there's so many, but at least we get to choose when to start. This is so nice. It's especially nice since my graphics are a little bit better now. After holding release at the right moment to mix. Space. Oop. After Oh, it's a space bar. Oh. Okay. That's done. Was it? Press at the right moment to cook. Look at this thing. Okay, in spring, verdant shadow, the flourishing petals. Gilded jade. Sunrise, mountains upon mountains. Flourishing in spring, verdant shadow. There is no blue here. The Oriole's red brilliance in spring verdant shadow. The Oriole's red brilliance. I think I prefer this one. Unbridled joy, stable, balance, pinchy cake, brilliant lotus. I think I like this one. And this one. There we go. That's much better. Since they're all green. Color matching. Finished plating. Ta-da! The palace jewels. Wow.
Sorry for the wait. This dish is called the Palace Jewels. Enjoy.
What?
Ah, yes. We meant to say, you two must be tired after a long day of work.
Oh.
Do you want to eat with us?
Oh, so that's what they were signaling for.
Oh, now that you mention it, Paimon is a little hungry. Well, if you insist, then who are we to refuse?
But we'll still let our guests enjoy the first bite.
Oh, right. Of course. You're still our customers. Why aren't you eating?
Taste
The
test.
sauce looks a little overpowering.
So we're the taste test.
According to Liyue custom, it's probably good table manners to let someone else go first.
No.
Looks delicious, traveler. I guess I'll dig in first. Here goes.
What is it? Do you need some water?
The first reaction.
It's delicious. The flavor is so pure. It's drenched in sauce, but somehow it just enhances the natural flavor of the seafood. Try it for yourselves.
Alright.
Ah, I am having so much fun looking at the graphics.
What is that? Crab roe?
Yep, you have quite the palate, Lynette.
No wonder it pairs so well with the shrimp meat. I've never seen it prepared this way before.
According to the creator, chewy crab complements succulent shrimp, making a spectacular seafood ensemble with a succulent flavor and luscious mouthfeel. The crab roe glitters like pearls of gold, and the shrimp shines like chunks of jade. Hence its name, the Palace Jewels.
So that's where the name comes from. Huh. I suppose it's quite fitting then.
Was Paimon always this well spoken?
She just memorized what the recipe said. She's just regulating what someone else wrote.
This dish must be right up your alley, Lynette. Huh?
It's half gone already? When did that happen?
Probably when you were busy yapping away.
I heard that in Liyue. The biggest compliment you can pay to the chef is to leave a clean plate. It's delicious. Thank you ever so much.
Wait, don't fight over it! Hey, leave some for Paimon!
I can cook that for you, though.
I think I'm finally getting the hang of chopsticks.
Practice makes perfect, huh, Bermane?
Yeah. Well, Linny and Lynette picked it up in no time, but they're naturally dexterous. Unlike me, it's taken me a lot longer, but I'm slowly getting there.
It's fine. Take your
Speaking of
time.
chopsticks, in one of the shows we've seen here, someone performed a conjuring trick using a bowl and chopsticks.
Alright.
So, if I want to be a good magician's assistant, I need to keep practicing.
I didn't see any conjuring minigames, though.
Lynette's not usually so forthcoming about what she likes. But this time, well, she's expressed it in more ways than one. I guess you've rubbed off on her too. Or maybe your cooking is simply too delicious to resist. The next time our paths cross in Fontaine, you'll have to fire up your cooking skills for my other siblings as well. How does that sound, oh great master chef?
Whatever you say, oh great magician. Whenever you're free, just set the date.
Oh yeah? Well then, I'll have to clear my schedule.
Let's
Lynette's
try to
not
choose
usually...
the other.
The next time our paths cross in Fontaine, you'll have...
Whatever
oh,
you
yeah?
say, oh great magician.
Well then, I'll have to clear my
No, it's
schedule.
just the same, regardless of what I choose. And where is Lynette?
This could be.
Oh, there she is.
Calorie surplus detected. Digestion mode engaged.
I've never seen you eat so much.
Yeah. Well, Linny and I are usually careful about what we eat because we have to stay in performance shape.
That's
That,
true.
plus it's generally bad manners to overindulge at the dinner table. But once in a while, it's nice to treat yourself in the company of family. Besides, if I'd waited until my brothers were finished trying to outpolite each other, the food would have gone cold.
It was a success.
So your friends like the dish, huh? Well done. Not bad at all for your first day on the job. There'll be more to come, so keep it up.
Alright, then we got Paula's recipe. Receiver for Afar party. Wait until the next day. But how many is this? Oh, there's 4. Alright, so that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one.